DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, hope you're all well. It is Monday, and Monday is that tag day. Yeah, so I just finished doing Jasmine's tag, and today I'll be continuing with Dave Nicholson's tag. Hi there, Dave. Hope you're well. And let's get to those 7 questions. So this is Dave Nicholson's last Saturday 7-question tag. Question 1. What makes you angry and why? Stupidity. I think actually what makes me angry, at least these days, is the way we're being force-fed certain narratives, and without questioning, as if we have to accept very often the opinion of so-called experts, which have never been proven to be experts. Yeah, let's leave it at that. Otherwise, I might get angry. Question 2. What is the most valuable life lesson you learned from your parents? Now, I think we've had that question before. I'm almost certain. Let's see. There's different life lessons that my parents have taught us. I think one is, belief in God, belief in Christian God, and I was going to say to believe in oneself. My parents were great encouragers. They wanted us to do things, but they didn't, force feed us. Some people, I've seen some kids, they gotta do sports, they gotta do arts, they gotta do theater, they gotta do this, they gotta do that, and eventually there's a rebellion going on there. No, I mean our parents taught us love, taught us how to love others, and showed us how they loved each other. And I think that was probably the most valuable life lesson. How to love and be loved. Yeah. Question 3. Oh, what does love feel like? Sounds simple, doesn't it? But it's not an easy one. What does love feel like? Have you ever held your newborn child? Have you ever held your first love? Have you ever looked into the eyes of the person that's given you your first, loving kiss? That's probably how love feels. And there's a saying that said that you can only love to the extent of how you've been loved. So, how does love feel? It's not enough to say it just feels good. It's when you feel whole, WHOLE. There's something about that. Love feels like, I think, when it's reciprocal. Of course, you can give love one way, but how does it feel? It's when it comes back. But like I say, if you want to know how love feels, if you've ever held your child or a grandchild for the first time, it's getting pretty darn close, I think. Question 4. What are your favorite simple pleasures? Simple pleasures. Sitting, I was going to say, sitting in a pub, reading a book and having a drink. But actually not very far from that. Sitting on my deck with family around, with Mrs. DC, and actually, it might be having a drink, but just enjoying each other. That's pretty much being with my family, watching the grandkids run around in the lawn and, things like that. Yeah, those are simple pleasures. Yeah, and my favorite ones. Question 5. If you go back in time and tell a younger version of yourself one thing, what would you tell? Believe in God. I think it would be believe in God. One thing. That's it. Okay. But not any God. Yeah. Let's leave it at that. Yeah. Okay. Question 6. I'm running through this. Wow. 6. What do you do deliberately? What do you do deliberately? What do you do to deliberately impress others? What do I do deliberately to impress others? Nothing. I wear a new hat every day. I don't know. What would I do with it? And that doesn't impress others automatically. Nothing particular, actually, because that sounds like bragging. And like when I made the joke about the hat, but I'd actually do that for myself, not for the others. No, nothing. I mean, I don't need to impress others, so I don't do anything deliberately to impress others. Okay. Question 7. What will you never do? What will I never do? Travel to Asia, probably, or something like that. Things that I probably would have liked to have done. What will I never do? Well, I don't know, actually. What will I never do? Probably something like that. I mean, there's certain things that I know that I had on my bucket list that I will never do anymore. So there would be certain travel arrangements which I'd have liked to have done. What will I never do? Probably I will never. I guess that's about it. You know something? I'm stumped. What will I never do? I think actually it'll be mostly things that are related to age and that I can't do anymore. What will I never do? I'll never put a compound on the market or a drug on the market, which for medicine, which I kind of hoped I would have when I started my work career. Now I know it, I won't do that. What will I never do? I'd like to say things, grandiose things like I'll never slander, I'll never do that, but I know that I will, so I'm not going to say those things. What will I never do? Well, I guess I will never be able to answer this question correctly. And that's it. DC signing off. Take care, everybody. Actually, what I do have to do, though, is get to work. Because like I said, or maybe I haven't said it, but we have guests coming over. So I've got to get to work. DC signing off. Take care. Thank you, Dave, for another good set of questions.